I'm here to tell many of you that the volatility is far from over and that I do believe it's very likely to be similar to what we're seeing today. If you're an individual who doesn't live under a rock, you've definitely been observing a lot of volatility in these markets. There will be many more ups and downs in the future, and there are numerous methods to profit from and take advantage of these circumstances. In today's video, we'll discuss that and the reasons I believe there will be a great deal of volatility in the near future. As you can see, the markets feel broken according to a recent post from the Kubosi letter. Without any significant headlines, S&P futures wiped $600 billion of market capitalization this morning between 4:40 and 6:20 a.m. Eastern. All risky asset types are experiencing these unexpected flash crashes. As you can see, this also affects the cryptocurrency markets. The S&P 500 experienced a huge flash drop, and it's somewhat odd that there aren't any significant headlines about it. What is the cause of this, then? There is only one plausible explanation if there are no prominent headlines and panic selling is not occurring in retail due to manipulation. Manipulation by institutions. In an effort to incite panic and terror in the markets, insiders decided to sell all at once. Here's the thing, though. Flash crashes are also occurring among other popular cryptocurrency assets. XRP is what you are currently viewing. You can also observe a very distinct trajectory when we examine XRP's performance over the course of today. There was a flash crash earlier in the day, and there is one more occurring at the moment. Thus, the obvious question is, why are organizations attempting to control your feelings? In any case, there are some intriguing developments in the markets that I believe will likely contribute to this. This is going to be a brief discussion. As you can see from the Kubosi letter, markets are experiencing flash crashes more frequently than simply stocks. Over the past 2 months, there have been several flash collapses in the cryptocurrency space. Without a single significant negative headline, cryptocurrency markets erased $300 billion in a single day on February 25. This theme is comparable. Additionally, when trade war headlines intensified on February 2nd, Ethereum witnessed a 37% decline in just 60 hours. But before February 2nd, the most of the trade war headlines were already factored in. Nevertheless, Ethereum's liquidity was depleted at a record rate. So what's going on? Here is my thesis on the matter. A handful of insider whales have been making hundreds of millions of dollars by shorting and wishing the markets before significant announcements. My conclusion is that Wall Street is effectively selling off and causing a market meltdown ahead of a tariff announcement. This is similar to what happened with Ethereum. Here was where it began with a flash crash, then after the trade war headlines, there was another significant crash a few days later. This basically means, in my opinion, that insiders are aware of Donald Trump's impending announcement regarding the tariff trade war and are selling. My argument is based on the fact that this is what we have historically witnessed, most likely 3 or 4 times before significant headlines are really released, which will greatly frighten the markets. As you can see, feeling and emotion play a big role in this. Consumer confidence has fallen precipitously in recent months, and concerns about a recession have actually increased dramatically. This appears to have coincided with a drop in investor confidence. Taking on additional market risk worries investors. This makes a lot of sense, of course, when the markets are totally controlled and monopolized by large institutions that earn mostly from those who are attempting to own Bitcoin assets or just the S&P 500. Additionally, we can observe that President Trump has been discussing cryptocurrencies a lot lately, indicating that his administration is aware of the market and knows what is probably happening. As you can see, it has been claimed that President Trump will shortly provide a significant update on his future crypto strategy. Now, there have always been significant sell-offs right before these significant announcements, such as at the crypto conference or other occasions. Now, it's possible that this time we'll see something different. I'm only stating that based on historical data, it appears like things are becoming quite interesting in the markets, with significant crashes occurring shortly before trade war announcements and another large crash occurring afterward. However, it's also evident that Donald Trump has brought up tariffs once more. He is discussing tariffs, albeit he may not have been as focused on it as he once was. And because of something we'll discuss in a moment, I do believe a significant tariff announcement will be made somewhere between now and April 1. In essence, some significant tariff suspensions are about to happen, and by April 3rd or 4th, the Trump administration will make a few more significant tariff choices. However, we can see that Trump stated this: He claimed that once U.S. tariffs begin to seep into the economy, the Fed would be far better off lowering rates. Act morally. In America, April 2nd is Liberation Day. He is making a concerted effort to get the Fed to lower interest rates, since he is essentially declaring that he will carry on with this tariff trade war. The main point he is making here is that tariffs are here to stay, and that the Fed must lower interest rates to allow the U.S. economy to recover. This raises some concerns for a number of reasons, but if you look at the Fed's messaging, particularly from their most recent meeting, they're basically saying that we probably won't be lowering rates anytime soon, as long as there is market uncertainty and we don't know what will happen with tariffs. Donald Trump is now advocating for reduced rates. You see, his goal in doing this is to, at least temporarily, create extremely high levels of inflation in America. We all need to be aware of this fact. Should tariffs continue to rise while the Federal Reserve is under pressure to cut interest rates, the near term will be very painful. Since Jerome Powell's legacy is at stake, I don't believe the Fed wants to take such action. There are many opportunities to trade and take advantage of this, and he doesn't want to ruin everything he's worked so hard to build. I know that many of you don't like him anyway, and I'll probably haunt you with that too, but it's uncertain, and the Federal Reserve has stated that they won't cut rates in an uncertain territory. So that's what I'm doing with my copy trading program, which you can join for free. Below is a link to my website, levacryptocrusaders.com, where I have a detailed procedure. All you need to do is replicate my transactions, which incidentally are currently generating gains of hundreds of percentage points each month. You can register on one of our two partner exchanges, BitX or BTCC. Deposit at least $100 worth of cryptocurrency, and then simply move your cryptocurrency from the exchange it is currently on to this one. The last phase, which is quite simple, input your name, email address, and exchange user ID that you use to register and make a deposit. After that, you will receive an email granting you access to our premium Telegram and Discord accounts. You are free to employ any of them, and you are free to replicate my trades on a daily basis. Guys, it's truly that simple. Since I actually profit from these exchange affiliate links, I'm making this basically free to participate in. And that makes sense to me. I triumph. We all win together if you guys do. While you people are spending hundreds of dollars to join a worthless hitting community, I refuse to pay for it. Since you can obviously withdraw this cryptocurrency at any time, I offer total transparency for all of my trades, and there isn't really a huge paywall. Therefore, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. I'm doing this action because I want to change the world and ensure that we can all work together to secure our financial future. I have a strong enthusiasm for that. Having said all of that, I wanted to ask Rock a quick question because, as we all know, Donald Trump's tariffs will continue. I wanted to question Grok directly. How are U.S. tariffs doing internationally right now? Correct? We will ask Grok this question, and Grok will respond by basically telling us where the suspensions are, where the U.S. tariffs will be implemented, etc. As you can see, these tariffs have been temporarily modified, especially with regard to Canada and Mexico.